I'm on blog TV with my fucking hands up. I'm not starting my fucking cell. You fucking stupid bitch.
Hello, Dexter Morgan.
Well, you've read the title, so... Step 1. Sweden. Who could have guessed? Sweden in the game made by Swedes. Alright. Step 2. Make maximum infrastructure and a fort in Västerbotten. Next. All these guys, just get rid of them. We need a field marshal that is not already an advisor, and this guy will work. Now we do need to give these guys some traits. Also move the unit to right here. Alright, silly me. For the general we need improv expert, ranger, and I think adaptable. But I'm not sure. The field marshal, he needs aggressive assaulter, which I still don't know if they ever fixed, because it was broken at some point, and then also ranger, improv expert, obviously, and adaptable. Also, make sure to do army maneuver, except I don't have any command power. Now with our very Chinese looking Swede, now he is on very low strength. I guess I could fix that by doing that. Already we're up to 4.5 kilometers an hour crossing a river and 5.5 knots. Now let's see, what would it be with this? 4.9. Now that we've built up enough support equipment, we can see the crossing speed with engineers. Still pretty slow. Oh, now it's deep snow. Okay. Still pretty slow, because they do just offset the river movement penalty. For now, at least. Oh, snow. Oh, okay, there we go. It's gone. Now we can go back. Yep, 5.7. Just like it is for, not going across a river. Infantry is, not ideal for this, so let's get something a little better. Specifically, rangers. Go right side with the rangers. Yeah, now that is pretty good. 7.15 across a river. What about with makeshift bridges? 7.59. That's pretty impressive. Mobile warfare. Mobile infantry, obviously. That's plus 35. Can't do that one yet. And then streamlined deployments. Get all of the special projects. Although really, the only ones that I would need for this would be the armored engineer vehicles and helicopters. I also need level 3 engineers, very important. They need to be level 3. Oh, and you also need flamethrower tanks. Air cavalry. Yeah, operations doesn't matter, because there's nothing that just increases the speed of the infantry. I should probably design a flamethrower tank. Very important for the flamethrower tank. The flamethrower tank needs to be able to go at minimum 6.8 kilometers an hour. And it doesn't have to be a flame light tank. It could be heavy, medium. I don't even know if super heavy flame tanks exist. But if they do, it probably works with super heavies too. Now we make the templates. Recon rangers, helicopter transports, armored engineers, light flame tanks. There's something I'm missing. Oh, armored signal companies. I also need the armored signal companies. Oh, and I should probably also get the mastery. I was a bit confused at the speed for a second. This is why the light tank, or the just flame tank, needs to be able to go 6.8, because of this division, with all of the modifiers, it goes 6.75, which is just the base speed. And then we have all of these little modifiers here. We have plus 55% in a forest, plus 60% across a river, plus 10% into a fort. All of those are pretty good. Also should probably get some equipment. And now just get these guys up to max. Now you see here, it can arrive in 9 hours, and it goes 16.7 kilometers an hour. Oh, but that is without flexible org. With flexible org, 17.04. Also pretty good. That's like double the speed of what I usually make my tanks. And then with the makeshift bridges, almost 18 kilometers an hour, 17.7. They can cross in just 9 hours. That is pretty fast, even for a tank. That would be really fast. So that's all the doctrine. That's the advisor, the field marshal in general. But there is still some more ways to make it go faster. Now, in the focus tree here, you need to go Defense Act. I don't think this one matters, but I just do the right opposition for the 6% research speed. Second Industrial Revolution, War Cabinet, all the way down here. Do not do Save Norway yet. Just do Save Denmark. The Cross We Bear, Threat of the Iron Curtain, and then the Lion of the North, because that gives you plus 8%. Now we have that plus 8% still going. Yeah, pretty good. 18.25 now. Next, we want to go down to form the Nordic Council and get the Northern Command, another plus 10% speed. But we need to be a faction leader. And can you guess what one singular path? Well, actually two. There's 2 paths in this tree that do not let you make your own faction or create one for you, and that is the German puppet path and this path. Every other side either creates a faction for you and for some reason doesn't give you the rule to make your own, because Paradox just lets you make your own. Yep, just like that. But not this path. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So this focus, the Americans will always say yes. You get put in the American Commonwealth. Depends on how long it takes you to do this. You might get in the Allies. And you need to take over the faction, because that is the only way down this path that you can become a faction leader. Just needed to form the Nordic Council. Oh yeah, and you also need to be allied to one of these guys, which isn't too hard, just puppet them. Now we get the other plus 10%, 18.93 kilometers an hour. Again, that's still really fast. Like, that's even faster than the fastest mechanized in the game. Even fully upgraded, I don't even think you can go 19 kilometers an hour. Also, yeah, in case you were wondering, no, there's no real benefit to going down, or especially pioneers or paratroopers. You do get one little bonus with Mountaineers, which is Recon Rangers give you plus 15% in snow, but that is not the last speed bonus. Yet from the focus tree, there's one more, well, actually 2 more. Save Norway, but that one only lasts for 70 days, so saving it for later. There's Sami Reconciliation, which gives you plus 15% in every state that the Sami have a core on, which is like all of this area, which obviously is why we're doing it right here. And it also gives you plus 10% in snow and forest. But snow is bugged, I think. It just gives you plus 10% always. And now that I just thought about that, yeah, you definitely want to go for snow. You can see, well, first you can see that we're going 21 kilometers an hour, but you can also see there's the plus 10% from snow. So let's see, does this count? It does. So that's an extra plus 15%. So yeah, you want to rush your second special forces specialization ASAP, because that is pretty good. 22.3 kilometers an hour. That's almost as fast as Strat redeploying with, I think, well, level 5 infrastructure, and I think it would be a level 3 railroads, but there's still more. Well, obviously there's the plus 20% from Save Norway, but we are waiting to do that. A few things that we need to set up. Let me save the game in case I accidentally break it, and you're probably going to see where this is going instantly. You need to get as much communist support as possible. I think it's over 60% without actually flipping communist. And then you need to decrease your stability as much as possible. I think it needs to be below, maybe below like 30 or something. And then wait. That was pretty fast. The Swedish Civil War erupts. Just gonna quickly disable their AI, just so they don't interrupt me, because I need to be cooking here. And then in 2 weeks we get an event. Excellent proposal. We did not get lucky. Even those traits, there is lucky. Now, even though we got the plus 50% speed from this, pretty crazy by itself, Gustav V, he has a 12.5% chance to get a trait that gives you an extra plus 10% speed. So I'm gonna have to load back. All right, here we go. I've got untethered. Save Norway for the extra 20%. We get 10% here. We get 10% here. 8% here. 50% here, 10% here, 20% here, 15% there, another 10% there. We get plus 15% from these two with Improv Expert, and then we get another plus 7.5 from Ranger, because Field Marshals, they only give half of the stats. I think, I'm not sure if that's just their stats or traits, but I'm pretty sure it's both. We have plus 5% Flexible Organization, plus 10% from Mobile Warfare, 5% from Infiltration, another 20% from Maneuver Warfare, 20% from Helicopter Transports, 5% from Armored Signal Companies, Recon Rangers, which give us plus 25% in snow, 30% in the forest, plus 55 across the river, 10 in the forest, and then just an extra plus 5% everywhere, except for snow, I'm noticing. And then the plus 10, this one gives the plus 10% on the fort. And even just not the ones that we focused, there's still 30% on hills, 20% on mountains, 25% in plains, 30% in urban, 40% in jungle, 25% in marsh, 15% in desert. And also, yes, it does not change, with how many rangers you have, and I'm just only having one because it requires the least equipment. But you do need to have only rangers in the division. If you put anything else, it decreases the effectiveness. Just keep that in mind. With all of the bonuses, how fast do we travel? 27.7 kilometers an hour. With 6.75 base is a pretty hefty modifier. The game is bugged and it doesn't display rivers and doctrine bonuses correct, because of course it is. Because we love Paradox Interactive. The Winter Logistics Company does increase snow movement speed by 30%, but it does decrease your base speed to 4.0 no matter what, which is really unfortunate. But if you are playing as one of the Nordic countries, I do heavily recommend Winter Logistics. You can cross in 6 hours. Let's see how that looks at 4 speed. Just make it go back and forth a few times. I mean, just look at it. It's so fast that he can't even finish the sliding to the other side animation before he's back. Now, this probably isn't very practically useful. Actually, no, this is definitely very practically useful. You get so many movement bonuses even on other types of terrain. Like, let's see how fast I go just down here. Actually, probably would have been faster to walk. But yeah, just across a regular planes without max infra. Let me build up the max infra. Still 18 kilometers an hour. Into any forest, still 21 kilometers an hour. But I do think that this is genuinely the absolute fastest you can possibly get it, unless there's, for a foot infantry. Yeah, next I will do tanks and try and get like the absolute total fastest speed possible.